The Erg Chegaga, located in southern Morocco close to the Algerian border, is part of the Sahara, the largest dry desert in the world. Apart from the well-known and highly frequented Erg Chegaga, the sand dune fields of Erg Chigaga are not only the largest of the country, but also more remote and unspoiled. The dunes, which stretch endlessly to the horizon, reach impressive heights of up to 150 meters, offering what most people imagine when they think of the Sahara. It takes a 3-hour off-road drive to reach the edge of the sand dunes, where several desert camps are located. As a tradition throughout Morocco, the freshly brewed mint tea is also a welcoming ritual here. We took our time to soak in the atmosphere of the landscape and enjoyed the warm hospitality of the people who call this region their home. By the end of the last ice age, the Sahara was a lush region with lakes and grasslands. However, around 6,000 years ago, a gradual climate shift turned it into the dry desert we know today. The landscape features a mix of sand dunes, which are also called ergs, rocky plateaus, and mountains, with winds shaping the dunes in constant motion. Through the weathering of ancient rocks and the deposition of materials in old lakes and riverbeds, sand was formed, which over thousands of years was carried by the winds of the Sahara, accumulating in certain areas and, in a continuous process that persists to this day, gradually shaping the massive dunes that define the desert landscape. Despite the harsh conditions, nomadic communities have lived in and around Erg Chegaga for generations. Their deep knowledge of the desert, passed down through centuries, allows them to live in this challenging environment. Today, some still lead semi-nomadic lives, while others welcome travelers into the desert, sharing stories, music, and traditions that reflect a timeless connection to this land. We visited the desert in early May, which is actually considered a rather late time in the season, as the intense summer heat usually makes the following months less suitable for travel. While we managed the heat quite well, we were still surprised by how much water we needed while hiking through the magical sea of dunes. That didn't stop us though, from climbing dune after dune and fully soaking in the uniqueness of this remarkable landscape. In the dunes of Erg Chigaga, dromedaries still move like they did centuries ago. Originally from the Arabian Peninsula, they were brought to North Africa thousands of years ago and became vital to desert life. Perfectly adapted to heat and drought, they carried traders and nomads across the Sahara. Today, alongside their traditional use, guided camel caravans are offered for tourists. We watched one of these caravans with the white dunes in the background, a scene that gave a vivid impression of how people once crossed this vast desert, even centuries ago. The flora and fauna of the Sahara are truly unique. In the past, the desert was home to even more species. Animals like the Saharan cheetah and other majestic animals, whose relatives are now mostly found in national parks south of the Sahara, once roamed this region freely. Today, together with dangerous snakes like the horned viper and the Moroccan cobra, as well as some venomous scorpions, the desert is inhabited by smaller predators, such as desert foxes and sandcats. There are also conservation programs focused on reintroducing and protecting species that have become extinct or are endangered in North Africa. We were fortunate enough to see Mendes gazelles and the first North African ostrich pair to have chicks in the wild since their local extinction. Many see the desert as barren and uninhabitable, which is true to some extent, but it's also home to unique ecosystems, deep-rooted cultures, and striking distinctive beauty.